Katu, a very good morning to you. It's Unit 10, Be Aware, Take Care. Grammar, page 100 and 101 in your textbooks. So it is about add, on, in, preposition of place and preposition of time. Okay, so basically, we use in, on, at to show prepositions of time. Okay, let's start by looking at how we talk about time. English speakers use in to refer to a general longer period of time, such as months, years, decades, or centuries. For example, we say in April, in 2015, or in the 21st century. Okay, this is the sentence. I'm going to Sydney in August. My sister was born in 2020. Moving to shorter, more specific periods of time, we use on to talk about particular days, dates, and holidays. For example, I went to work on Monday. Let's have a picnic on Vesak Day. Okay, so you use on when you state about day. Okay. For the most specific times and for holidays without the word day, we use at. That means you will hear meet me at midnight or the flowers are in bloom at Easter time. You don't see any word, any day word here, so you use at. Okay, another example is like uh, at night, at 10 a.m., at 6 o'clock in the morning. Okay, so those are the example, right? So next, prepositions of place. When English speakers refer to a place, we use in for the largest or most general places. You can say that VOA is located in Washington, D.C. And for the best food, try the restaurants in Chinatown. So more is used when it is when you want to talk about something general. For example, where do you live? Well, I live in Shah Alam. So you use the word in. Shah Alam is a very big place. For more specific places like certain streets, we use the preposition on. You may know that President Obama lives on Pennsylvania Avenue in Washington, D.C. So Pennsylvania Avenue is like a street. So we use the word on. And Washington, D.C. is a very big city. So that's why we use in. So on, we use on the we use on when we talk about a road, so it will be more specific. Yeah. Finally, we get to the most specific places. For exact addresses or intersections, we use the prepositions at. If I invited you to visit us here at VOA, I would say, come to my office at 330 Independence Avenue. To be exact, it's at the corner of Independence and 3rd Street. So at is used when you talk about your address. Where do you live? I live at number 1 Jalan Ceria, section 18, Shah Alam. Okay, so you use at when you talk about your address. Look at the table here. Okay, so how you use the prepositions of place, at, in, on. So at, I stay at a college. I stay at home. Let's go, okay, and then at reception, at school, at the bottom, at the cinema. Okay, what about in? When do you use in? You can say that in a taxi, I'm in a taxi, I'm in a car, in the sky. Look at the birds in the sky, in the building, in a row, in the newspaper, in the garden. And then when we use on, Okay, for example, oh, okay, I'm on my way. I'm on the radio, on the page, on a bicycle, on a ship, on a horse. Okay, so that's when this is example of when you use at, in, on to show place. All right. And preposition at, in, on when we want to talk about time. Okay, at we use when we talk about specific time. For example, I want to meet you at 5 o'clock. Okay, at 5 o'clock, at 12:30 a.m., at sunset, at the moment, at sunrise, at bedtime, at noon, at dinner time, at night. Okay, that is the example. Okay, when you use in, okay, when you want to talk about months, years, long presence, for example, in the past, in the future, in 1980, in the 1970s, in the next century, in April, in the ice age, in the winter, in summer. Okay, when you talk about days and dates, you will use on. Okay, I will come to your house on Saturday. Okay? On Tuesdays, on 9 May, on 12 April 2012, on my birthday, on New Year's Eve, on Independence Day, on Christmas Day. Okay, but there will be always an exception. Okay, for example here, in English, though there is always an exception to the rule, when talking about transportation, things get a little hard to understand. We use on for public vehicles like buses or trains, but also for small ones like a bicycle. I rode there on my bicycle. However, you use, okay, you ride in a car. Still, it helps to know that English prepositions do have some rules. Following the general to specific rule should help you most of the time. So don't forget, read your textbook, okay? And then do exercise in your workbook at page 58 and 59, okay? Read your textbook and then do exercise in your workbook. That's it for today. Thank you.